EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Okay, ready? You make a play here. Take it to him. Ready? 60 Eagles.
Throwing from the outset is Penix. This is caught by Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
To the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now a second and 6. Looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Robinson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Robinson again. And this time he is in for a Falcon touchdown.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jalen Walker. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On fourth down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. This is taken around the 12. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They'll run. It's Rashard Smith. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashard Smith, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll throw with Penix. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, set.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Yellow.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it's hard to defend.
On the throw running too much that time. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow. 180.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 14-10.
Falcons 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
To the air, Penix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On the set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Penix. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right at the 35. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And looking to throw, Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Option play, here's Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now back to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception. Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
That's to the right side, hauled in by Royals. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now Mahomes going to shift him around.
1st and 10 at the 29.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are...
And this is caught. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Falcons are once again back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got it to Collins, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. field. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Inside handoff, Smith. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Chiefs 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I suppose, in a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a short game down to about the 33.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Yellow.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jalen Walker in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Smith up the middle. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Mahomes takes it himself. And this time he breaks the play and he's in for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chiefs take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
He was tackled at the 27.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. Now he's going to step up and run.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Okay, ready?
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To the air, Penix. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Nico Collins from 10 yards out. And the Falcons will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Yellow. Wide East. Go back. What's that?
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
And Xavier Worthy halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
43-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught out left side by Robinson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts
That's a gain of 4.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Now he'll tuck this and run. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Mahomes. He finds Smith out of the backfield.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and
Mahomes. incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mahomes will throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. First and 10. Mahomes. Mahomes will do it himself. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another try, second and 10 now. Mahomes to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. Can't bring him down. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Robinson up the middle. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
They are going for it. Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Set, go. Ready.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Number 15, Patrick Mahomes on the keeper. He was brought down by James Pierce. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. He finds his man, complete. It's Andrews. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Throwing now is Mahomes. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Chiefs, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis.